ATTN, the Los Angeles-based news site focused on raising social consciousness for millennials, has found itself in deep trouble over an editor who was fired after leading the charge against Bill Maher's use of the N-word on his HBO series. A Los Angeles Superior Court has ruled that Shonitria Anthony is likely to prevail on her discrimination and retaliation claims. The upstart news company is now heading to a California appeals court for further review. Anthony filed her lawsuit in March against ATTN and its top executives. Maher is an investor in the startup, along with Apple Music, Jimmy Iovine, and Ryan Seacrest. According to the complaint, after Maher used the word in reference to himself on the June 2nd, 2017 episode of Real Time with Bill Maher, Anthony organized her African-American co-workers in response to the racial slur. She says she asked the company to hold a meeting to discuss Maher's comments. Subsequently, Anthony says she was subjected to a series of adverse employment actions, culminating in her termination. The defendant insists that Anthony's firing had nothing to do with her being vocal around the workplace. ATTN says she was let go as part of a business strategy shift to video. In an anti-SLAPP motion, the defendant aimed to stop the lawsuit as a frivolous one aimed at its First Amendment activity, and unlikely to succeed since it alleges having a legitimate, non-retaliatory reason for dismissing her. LA Superior Court Judge Stephen Clyfield said in his ruling, defendants argue that for a news organization, the selection of content editors is an act in furtherance of free speech, and therefore actions which challenge the firing of those editors are within the class of suits protected by the anti-SLAPP law. The court agrees. He continues, it is not disputed that plaintiff is African American, was qualified for her position, and suffered an adverse employment action. Plaintiff's declaration details how she believes she was singled out after raising issues of race in her workplace. That is a sufficient other circumstance to suggest a discriminatory motive. Plaintiff has stated and supported a prima facie case for race discrimination. Since Anthony has established such a prima facie case, it's the employer's burden to establish the legitimacy of its action. The judge notes how ATTN is disputing a casual link between Anthony rallying her coworkers over Maher's comments and her firing. It's not enough. After reviewing allegations and evidence how she suffered setbacks at the office almost immediately after engaging in protests, the judge concludes that Anthony has submitted sufficient evidence that the conduct was engaged in with a discriminatory intent. On Friday, ATTN took advantage of the immediate interlocutory appeal allowed by a denial of a SLAPP motion. The company filed a notice of an appeal. Meanwhile, Anthony can recover legal expenses for fighting the bid to strike her claims. For more on this story, go to THR.com. For the Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Tiffany Taylor.